So I'm about to do my video where I live react to listening to this audio from Lisa Voldeng. That's who did all of the audio for Sascha Riley. As I'm looking over the website now, it actually is not Sascha in the second series. It's a new victim. This victim's name is George Tonks, and I don't know a lot about him. I'm not sure if you know Sascha or it's just another victim reaching out after Lisa's wonderful coverage for Sascha. Let me look a little bit. So it says, poor George was trafficked, drugged, tortured, sexually assaulted by Leslie Wexner, you know, who we just heard, Alan Kramer, and several other associates during the late 1970s until the 1980s. So it sounds like he might be a little bit older than Sascha, so they may have not met. Let's see, George was 12 when he met Wexner, and Kramer 18 or 19 when he escaped. Wexner, Epstein, Trump, and associates. George's experience indirectly corroborates Sascha Riley's experience, as well as more victims whom I've spoken to. So, I guess they didn't know each other, but it helps.
Hey, the date is February 4th, 2026. I'm Lisa Noel Voldeng. I'm located in Canada. And go ahead, George.
I'm George Tonks. I'm located in New York.
Good stuff. So, what I'd like to do is provide you the spaciousness and opportunity to talk exactly about what you've experienced, starting from, to the best of your recollection, from what you remember at when you were first abused.
Okay. Well, I grew up in Chicago, and my mother had me involved in the modeling and acting industry. I attended a Catholic school, the same school that the current Pope attended, and my mom would give me funds to travel back and forth downtown Chicago, and I would take the 36th Broadway bus to 95th Street. From 95th Street, I would go downtown, and at the time, I was very young, and my mom allowed me to roam the city. And I know that a lot of people have asked me, well, why did your mom allow you to do that? Well, my mom just never felt that anything was actually taking place, and she was very, she was very trusting of everyone. So I would spend days going to the art museum, I would go to the park, I would just roam the city. And our neighbors in Chicago eventually moved downtown Chicago and on the north side of Chicago. And I would go and stay at their homes. And one of the neighbors moved into a building called Marina City, which Marina City in Chicago is the two corn cob looking towers. And at the time, the building was considered an upper-class residence. And I was at our neighbor's house, Vicky's, and I would roam the hallways. There was like a shopping center downstairs in the lobby, and they had a sun deck on top of the roof. And I would go on the roof and lay out in the sun. And I just remember one day I was laying out in the sun, spraying, I had baby oil and oil on me, suntan oil, and I would spray myself down with water. And an older guy walked up to me, and he had a pair of Speedos on at the time. And he walked up to me. They were, not actual, the brand Speedos, but they were light Speedos. And he walked up to me and he says, "Oh, you look hot. Are you okay?" And at the time, I was 12 years old. And he kept telling me, "Oh, you look hot. You look hot." And at the time, he introduced himself as David. And he said, "Oh, well, I have an apartment downstairs." And I went downstairs with him. And I'll never forget walking into the apartment. It was just unbelievable. When I walked in, it was all dark chocolate brown with chrome and mirrors everywhere and mummies throughout the apartment and gold Egyptian jewelry. The apartment held one of the largest private collections of Egyptian jewelry, and they had a piece of King Tut's chair actually in one of the display cases. And as I'm like standing there, he offered me a soda, which I believe it was at the time a Diet Coke. And I started drinking, and I was just with David, and he was making small talk, and we went into one of the rooms. And I'm a 12-year-old boy at the time. And as we went into the room, he pulled my pants down real quick. But yet, I kind of felt like, when I look back on it, as if maybe I was dizzy and maybe there was something going on. And now when I look back, I realized that I was drugged, and I witnessed them drugging other boys as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he started performing oral sex on me. Well, he continued to perform oral sex on me, but I was like out of it, and I wanted to go to bed. And I started laying on the bed in the room that we were in, which was a dark chocolate brown fur bedspread. And this was 1979. And finally, I wanted to go to sleep, and David started screaming at me that I had to leave. I had to get up. I had to go. And I left, and I went back to Vicky's house and went to bed. But before I left David, he had said that if I wanted to come over that night, he was having company. And he made me think that that was his apartment. And I believed that that was his apartment. So I woke up after going to sleep at Vicky's house. And as soon as I got up, I went back to David's apartment. I thought it was David's apartment. Now, that always bothered me that I actually went back, mainly because I felt that, I went back, so that's one of the reasons why I even hesitated to come forward. Mm-hmm. And Maria stated that, no, you were 12 years old. You were not aware of everything that you were doing.